All right, so in the last video, we talked about going forward and backwards. In this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about all about turns. So how do you make a turn? So once I've set the go forward, which my motor, and my M sleep, and I have it going at 90% power, both of them, I'm going to make a turn. So I'm going to turn off. Now, there are a couple ways I can do this. I can turn off a motor, I can slow one motor down and all of that. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn off a motor. So I'm going to turn off motor number 3, and you can see which way is it going to turn, left or right. You can predict it yourself and see which way do you think it's going to turn. Now, what I didn't do, and I'm getting ready to add in there, is my pseudocode. I'm going to put in a pseudocode so I know that this is my turn. Now, I'm not going to put left or right. I want you guys to kind of make a prediction. So I'm just going to say turn. So what do you predict? Which way do you predict it's going to turn? Do you think it's going to turn left? Do you think I'm shutting off this wheel or that wheel? So compile. And whichever wheel I shut off, that's the direction it's going to go. So if I turn off this wheel, it's going to go in that direction. If I turn off this wheel, it's going to go in that direction. So let's see. I've compiled and it's successful and I'm running it. So now let's see which direction it goes. So that's my 3 seconds of going forward, and there's my turn, and it actually turned left. So now, if I wanted it to go further, I would add some more to my M sleep. So if I wanted to make like an L turn, let me compile, and while it's compiling, I will reset. And once I see that my compilation is successful, I'm going to run it again and make a sharper turn. And again, sometimes it takes a minute for it to actually run. Just be patient. And there's a longer turn, okay? So that turn is successful. All right. Now, another way that you can turn is you can just slow a motor down. So you can slow a motor down and keep one at a higher speed, and you'll still get the same effect. Sometimes it makes it so that when you're in the real robot, it's so that the friction on the mat kind of makes it run a little smoother if the wheel keeps going. So we're going to run it, and you'll see if there's any difference. See, it's a little more of a sloping type of a turn. And then the third way that I showed you is that one wheel can go backwards. So let's run them at equal powers going backwards. And as you can see, it's a totally different turn. So I may have to add some different M sleeps, may have to change it. It's definitely more because the wheels are both moving. So those are the 3 ways that I showed you on the first video of how to turn. So you can turn off a wheel, you can keep a wheel at a lower power and one at a higher power, or you can do one at negative and one at positive. And you can have them at the same levels or different levels. So it's up to you, right? Hope you learned the lesson all about turns.